All right, we're back after a long weekend. I bring to you second place finisher last year, Kevin Rush, coming off a very nice season. How's your summer going? How's everything? A lot of stuff in the works by you?
John, pleasure to be here. It's been a hell of a year. You know, I fell at the hands of yourself roughly 8 months ago or so. I've been thinking about it ever since. And things have been good. You know, past 12 months have been good for me. I wed, entered into holy matrimony. That was fun. Recently celebrated anniversary in Cape Cod. I adopted/rescued a puppy.
Wow.
Who's also 1 year old now. Some say he actually rescued me.
What's the name?
Petey.
Petey.
Funny enough, fun story. He's named after Pete Phillips, another owner of this league.
I couldn't think of a better person to name something after.
Pete Phillips, he posed as my landlord to give me permission to own the dog in Manhattan. My building didn't allow dogs, hence the name Pete. And I also bought a house. I reside in Springfield, New Jersey. And I took a new job, worked for the Securities Exchange Commission with the federal government.
Wow, that's a full plate.
Big plate, and I was still able to manage second place. I'm hoping with a little more time in my hands, 2016, you know, have a slightly better show.
So, well, first let me welcome you to the North Jersey Mafia. We're a select few now.
West Orange.
West Orange here. One of your, maybe the fiercest rival in here, Matt Meyer, has been running loops around North Jersey for years.
Matt Meyer.
So let's talk about the move. How was the move? Was there an MVP of a helper, or did you have a moving team, or did your friends give you a hand?
The move was okay. Martin bailed.
Martin bailed?
Martin bailed. Excuse after excuse. Couldn't have a wedding. Complete BS.
Ugh.
Pekarsky helped out a tad. People didn't want to come into Manhattan for the help. Jeff O, I would say, was the help, but the real MVP was a TaskRabbit named, I believe his name was Rodney.
Okay.
Just a large African American man with a heart of gold. Paid him about $150 for 4 hours of work.
Best money you spent?
Incredible. The guy was an absolute just ball.
What's the neighborhood like?
Neighborhood's nice. It's kind of like a Metuchen type feel here. Pretty good. Live off of Morris Ave. I don't know if you know Morris Ave.
Yep.
Close up to Kane University. Nice, very good, friendly environment, good school system. So, you know, just adjusting to the burbs, mowing lawns.
I saw that. No bag, huh?
What's that?
No bag.
I don't bag, I mulch.
Okay.
I find the bag to be a bit inconvenient. Takes up way too much time.
And
the Swans called me out for that. I refuse to begin. You know, is one of the Swans move? Is there a Massachusetts Swan?
Yeah. There was always like a magnet property where they couldn't be too far apart because of the separation. Yeah. But now there's a state in between them. I don't know if Evan's up there full time yet, but I know they bought a house.
Oh wow!
So Swan Tower's one down. So any big problems you've run into since the move so far? Operating machinery or anything along those lines?
Yeah, I broke my first mower. I spent $500 on a top grade Honda mower.
You bought a Corvette?
A gas pipe in front of my house. 37 days, 7 days past warranty. Got to eat that cost. that was enjoyable. And you know, apart from that, nothing really too much. Just getting used to the commute to Manhattan every day.
Okay. So let's talk about another thing that really interests me. You know, in college you were a pitcher at Wagner, and your mechanics completely changed. And I was always interested in learning more about, you know, because all along you always threw overhand, and then
of course.
And then Wagner, was it something that the coach taught all the relievers, or was it kind of select few?
Yeah, it was. So I was overhand starter my freshman year. I was a non-conference starter. So I got beat up at the hands of Rutgers and Florida and Virginia and St. John's. That was fun. And then my sophomore year, I was converted to a reliever, and we wanted a pitching coach who was pretty good. He said that every year he's ever been a pitching coach at Rutgers or wherever he pitched, they always had a sidearm closer. He said, you know, based on your arm, you're already kind of at like 3/4. I think you can be really effective as a sidearm reliever. So I gave it a shot in practice, and I got real effective that way. And it just really, really worked out. I ended up pitching a lot, getting a lot more appearances, a lot more effective that way. Got a good slider in, faced Todd Frazier.
Ooh.
I came out a few times.
That's a nice one.
I believe I pitched against Daniel Murphy as well. He was at Jacksonville. And a couple other guys from the pros. So
Okay.
going like a huge, I mean, no, like MVPs, but some guys.
Yeah, no, good group though. But do you throw, like, if you throw something now, is it side or are you back
You know
up?
what? It's so funny. I really can't throw overhand that well anymore.
Wow.
It's weird on my arm now, and I feel so much better coming low. So I just.
So if Wagner invited you back for a first pitch, you're going side?
Yeah, I mean, I've gone back for alumni games twice, and I have to go back to adjust to the sidearm pitching when I go back. So.
Okay. I know that you're a member of another prolific league. How do you think the two leagues compare?
Two leagues compare. Great question. I've been in this league for like probably 5 years now, or so, 6 years. The leagues are comparable. I would say the edge went to this league. I apologize, especially during the class years. Anyone who knows the Steve class years knows that he was not the best. You know, he's really more into working out, keeping the bod good, and buying property in Pennsylvania. You know, all the power to him. He's got a little kid now, and he's a stepfather.
Wow.
I don't know if you've seen the movie The Stepfather, but it's just like that. And he's, you know, so anyway, he bowed out. Dan Cisniewski's taking his place. Who's not a great owner.
Right.
Maybe somewhere in like Joey Potts range. Like, that guy, he punches around.
That's a shot. That's a shot.
I'm just joking. He's like just a standard owner.
Right. And
By
then
the way, do people really watch these things? Do you think people actually watch?
I got 35 views and there's only 12 people in here, so
I'm really wondering. So I'm curious to see if Joey Potts actually hears that and responds, because I bet you he won't. I bet you he won't watch his whole thing.
I think Palmisano watched his video about 19 times.
Taking screenshots of it.
And then you guys are going to an auction league. So, you know,
Yes, right. We're going to an auction league. Are you doing Ed's team, by the way?
I think I might be joining on.
Yeah,
It's still
so
up in the
we're doing
air.
an auction league. People want to shake things up for a while. Technically, auction, you know, it's the pitch here for everybody. Apparently, gives everyone a fair shake.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you want to get Todd Gurley this year, everyone has an even chance. Whoever bids the most money. So supposedly it's fair. It's the most fair system.
It's fun too.
Everyone not doing it before. I don't know how it's going
It's fun too because, you know, you can start throwing guys out to confuse people from the beginning. You throw out like a Josh Gordon and, you know, no one knows what the market is on him because there's no comparison to, you know, other people.
Yeah,
So
no, certainly.
It's interesting.
Done it?
So what was that?
Have you done auction?
I did an auction baseball league once, which was one of the worst decisions of my life because it just took forever.
I mean, maybe we could ask like Meyer for his opinion on the auction, because I mean he pretty much knows everything. So maybe I'm being a little thick or naive with the auction, and he can kind of clarify things for me. So maybe, you know, maybe we won't bring it up.
Well, I think he's a good guy to reference there.
Yeah, there you go.
So all right, so to get into you know where we're at here, so you have the 7th pick this year. Number 7. So
Number 7.
kind of in an interesting spot there. I mean, there's a lot of guys. You know, like I mentioned in a previous video, I think there was a top 6. Now with Bell, you know, uncertain. You know, maybe there's a